Imagine if you had to live the same day over and over and over again. Yeah, you've seen that film before. But there's something special about this one. So let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new movie review. Today we're going to be discussing Prime Video's brand new film, The Map of Tiny Perfect Things. And if you guys are new here though, and you guys just love talking movies, if you're a geek like me, then this is the channel for you guys. So hit that like and subscribe button so you don't miss out on content like this over here on a daily basis, as well as comment down below and let me know your guys' thoughts. How excited are you for this film, or are you not? Map of Tiny Perfect Things is about two teens who live the same day over and over again, enabling them to create the titular map of tiny perfect things. This is directed by Ian Samuels, written by Lev Grossman, and it stars the likes of Catherine Newton and Kyle Allen. I didn't know much about this film going into it, but I saw the cast, and I really like these concepts of reliving the same day over and over again. I actually think sometimes there is something profound to be found in each and every one of these, whether it was Palm Springs last year, which if you guys know, that was one of my favorite films, and even going about it into, say, Groundhog Day, which is a classic movie. Very interested to see how this film would be able to take on the same concept, but maybe touch on something a little bit different. And definitely the message and theme that I found out of this is to, again, appreciate the little things in your life. Appreciate the little mundane things that you don't really understand. And Palm Springs said a little bit about that, but I think this one really much focused on, again, the title of this being The Map of Tiny Perfect Things. There are little perfect things that we miss every single day, whether it's a little human interaction or something that someone does or something that our little pet does. And I absolutely think that is something that we need to, again, look up. Not look at the phone, and that's something that I can definitely learn from, and look around our surroundings and, again, just take in everything about us, because that is what's so beautiful about life. I like how this film really much touched in on that, and I think it very much helps when you have two charming and delightful leads, whether it's Kyle Allen, who I think is really a good actor in here. I think he plays, the typical boy who would be in here, who wants to, win over the girl, but at the same time have some charismatic elements to him. He's good in here. And Catherine Newton is the exact same way. I've really adored her in the last couple performances that she's put in here, and she continues her excellingness in all of this. And their chemistry with one another really works. They're the only two stuck in this world, and they truly come to start understanding and really much believing and coming together as one by the end of this movie. And again, as their relationship is building throughout, I very much appreciated it. I think that's what makes this film very sweet and delightful, is again the concept, the idea, the themes that they are tackling, and the performances do very much help this. But Samuel's directing is actually one of the bright spots of this, because it's very filmed in a unique style that I very much liked, especially with the way they handle the over and over days, especially within the beginning. The opening scene is actually really clever, and I was sitting there a little bit confused and puzzled, but then it kind of starts to getting into what the film is about. And here's the thing, I didn't know this was a Groundhog Day scenario film. I put the film on, I just liked the cast, and I was totally invested, and I really like that whole segment around it. And if I knew this was like a Groundhog Day scenario, I would have been like, oh my god, I need to see this film right away. This film is not perfect, and I did have some issues with it. I enjoyed most of it. I had a smile on my face, and I think most of you guys will as well, as long as you don't go into this film being completely cynical. It is cheesy. And that's just the truth. A lot of these kind of YA romantic films are going to have those cheese to them. And sometimes it can bother you and sometimes it doesn't. It didn't completely bother me in this one per se, but it could bother others. And also, even going in, while I love the message and theme about this, I do think there was a lot of opportunities in here to go a little bit deeper, because the film does get pretty repetitive through certain instances, and I was like, okay, we've seen this before, let's get to that next thing, and it does slow down the pacing, and I wish it would have not held back on who these characters were. It very much, you don't understand who either of them are till probably the last third act of it, and I feel like it was a little bit too late at that point. I feel like they should have not left it up to be a mystery, but maybe attached just a little bit sooner to both of them. That's what I really wish we would have gotten in here. It was a stronger character arc, and in general, getting to know who they are before they had this event happen to them. Even though it's not as deep as I wanted, this is a very simple, charming, delightful little film that it's going to make you want to look up, look around your surroundings, and appreciate the perfect little things around your life. And again, the things that happen to us every single day that we could probably completely miss. And I think that's what this film really prevalently sticks out. The performances are witty, they're charming in here, and I like the main two actors. I think this is a solid little YA, fun, romantic comedy, whatever you want to put it under those lists, but I enjoyed this one. I think you will as well. It comes out February 12th on Prime Video, so with all that said, I'm going to give The Map of Tiny Perfect Things a B-. Thank you guys again so much for clicking on this. You guys are seriously all the best. I can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts on these films. Did you guys like it? Did you hate it? Let's discuss it down below. As well as head on over to Sandwich on Films on how to see films early. And of course, just a big thank you to you and a big thank you to my Patreon supporters, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. So of course, until next time, stay classy.